Okay. Yes. Welcome to a brand new episode, guys.
Shit. We interrupt this intro with an emergency broadcast.
Buy t-shirt now.
Waste of time t-shirts must go. Otherwise, Keehlan will be evicted.
LucaLewis.shop or he'll be homeless.
Yeah, g'day, Keehlan. This is your landlord. Can you get the out?
Oh, sorry, we're trying to get rid of them. Use code We Need These Gone for $10 off.
Nah, not good enough, mate. Get the out.
Give me the phone. This is a landlord's wife. If you don't sell them all right now, I'm going to come over to the house and kill you.
Yeah, that's right, mate. We will literally murder you.
That's right.
Oh, you find this funny, do you, mate?
There's nothing funny about murder. I'm serious. I'm going to kill you.
Buy them. Use code We Need These Gone. All one word. No spaces. Use that. Cheap as good.
Alright, bye.
I'll kill you.
Sorry about that.
No, that's all right. It was emergency update. LucaLewis.shop. Apparently that was way too loud, says Keehlan.
Yeah.
Way too loud. It was deafening.
What do you mean it was an emergency update?
Oh, sorry.
The people need to hear it.
Yeah, sorry. Anyway, get your waste of time t-shirts.
Anyone who orders a
LucaLewis.shop.
waste of time t-shirt and lives in Frankston, I will hand deliver it to you.
Yeah, Keehlan
Wow.
has been doing that. He, like a lot of no one would know this, but Keehlan has dropped off in person.
Have you been knocking on people's doors?
No, I just leave it at their front door. I don't want to have the conversation. That's the thing.
So it's not like a sell.
Oh, no. Like, if you order it now and you live in Frankston, I'll come and have a chat. But previously, I've just been dropping it off because it's easier than, you know.
And because he goes, and you know, I figure we could just pocket the cost of shipping.
Don't say that.
Well, they're paying for you to deliver it.
Yeah.
They just don't know it goes into
still
our
gets
pocket.
delivered.
Your pocket, not my pocket. Yeah.
You're
Right.
just acting as a postie.
How many are left? Heaps?
No, not as many, but still heaps.
Okay. All right, so they are selling, but, you know,
Slowly.
buy them fast.
Yeah.
We're restocking the bit of fun, by the way.
Oh, that's good. LucaLewis.shop. Luke and I are also doing the comedy festival. Luke, your tour starts this week.
This Saturday in Wagga. Get your tickets. Then Orange, Dubbo,
Orange.
Port Macquarie, and Dubbo. And like some of these shows have like 10 to 15 tickets left, so get on it. And then Tamworth, that is heaps left. I'm doing a theatre. Did I tell you about that?
No.
So dumb. Anyway, get your tickets. I've never been there before, and it's a town known for country music.
Great.
Like I'm pretty sure Lee Kernigan's from
Isn't
there.
it like Tamworth Music Festival?
Yeah, it's like the place that has the golden guitar, and I don't know why. I was
yeah?
like,
Why do they
I
have
could,
that?
I could fill the theatre
Why do they have a golden guitar?
because it's country music. I don't
You should
know.
have gone to the town that has a golden microphone
Yeah,
that is mostly used by comedians.
there isn't one. But yeah, anyway, get your tickets. LukeHidgel.com. I would love to see you there.
Yes, I've moved my dates around for the comedy festival. I'm just doing Fridays and Saturdays now, but still the same Fridays and Saturdays that Luke is doing, so you can still see us back to back, same venue, same nights.
Yep.
Loosebeers.com, Melbourne Comedy Festival. I'll see you there. Maybe the only shows I do all year, because I'm going to get a new face.
And I can move, if you want to see Lewis and I on the same night, we're happy to move tickets to the weekend shows, so you can
Yes.
still do that.
Yeah.
But stop sending fucking emails of you just dribbling on
Hey,
your keyboard.
if you have a ticket from me,
Yeah.
do not fucking talk to Luke. He doesn't know anything
Dude.
about it, all right? If you got a problem with my tickets, you talk to me. You got a
People
problem with
are
his tickets,
asking-
you talk to him.
info at like contact, whatever the I don't know what the email is, right? I don't do it, right? But it was like the ticketing email. It's like if you have a query,
Yeah.
people are asking me for refunds for your show.
Yeah, no. That's like me going to fucking KFC and being like, oh, my Big Mac sucks. It's like, yeah, they both are fast food chains, but they don't have anything to do with each other. Use your brain!
Yeah, sorry, it's really infuriating.
Yeah.
I open my emails in the morning and I'm just like, it makes me not want to do not like good content for these people.
Yeah, we
Because I'm like, oh, they're not going to get it.
Yeah, I hired a customer service
Yeah.
guy handles all the customer service.
Yeah.
And I did one of the most amazing things I've ever done in my whole career. And I've done a lot of amazing things, right? I've performed in New York. I've done theaters. I've done this. I've done that. A lot of amazing things. But the most amazing thing, the highlight of my career, was logging into my customer service email and turning notifications off. Someone else's problem.
So good.
Don't have to read them anymore.
Yeah.
And they'll actually get done.
Meg threw a pillow across the room after she read the last lot. After you cancelled your show, so she just cracked the shit and went, "What the?" And that's the kind of respect.
Lewis, it sounds like your customer service employee is having the time of his life. If all your customer service emails are going to Luke anyway,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he must be going, this is really easy, actually.
Got no else to do.
It's crazy.
That's awesome.
Do you know how many messages I used to get about your vinyls? When's Lewis's vinyl coming? I'm like, hey, dude. Firstly, I'm assuming you're talking about the comedy special one, but I'm actually not sure.
Yeah. Different business.
I was like, I think I'm strangely involved. Like, I didn't realize you hadn't sent him out. I was like, what vinyl?
Well, this is why we've hired someone. Because the business is, ever since I left at Tasmania, the business has been in shambles.
Like, I didn't even know what's going on with my business, let alone yours.
Yeah.
Like, people tell me, oh, man, like, this happened, like, the other day, like, it turns out, like, all the shows just went off sale for, like, a day. I didn't even find out about it.
All of yours.
Yeah. Got a few DMs. I was like, that's weird.
Yeah.
And then it all got fixed, and I was like, sweet.
Yeah.
So I don't know these things.
No, this is it, guys. All we do is we tell the dick jokes, and then we tell you to buy things. Facilitating you receiving those things. Who knows if it'll happen?
And that's the Luke and Lewis guarantee.
We'll take your money, and we promise that.
So, Keehlan, you went skydiving.
Yes, on Saturday.
Not just Keehlan. Keehlan's entire family went skydiving.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
My mum, my sister, and my brother.
Is that cute? To see your whole family hurling themselves out of a plane?
It was pretty lit. I got one very funny story about it.
Yeah.
My brother, you've met him before.
Yeah.
Very loose unit. Keelan's brother, whenever he's discussed on the show, he only ever comes up as like, oh, he's done something crazy, but not so crazy that we can't talk about it.
Yeah. So when you go skydiving, you have to watch this like video to learn about like what to do, what not to do. And he's watching it, and he's sitting there. I'm watching him. He's like working out how he can fuck with it. Pretty much, you have to have like. You have to hold your arms back and like.
And also,
it's not one of the ones you want to fuck with.
There's like I understand fucking with some stuff because it affects other people and it's a little bit funny. It's a bit mischievous. If you fuck with skydiving, you just hit the ground and die.
Yeah, and so
not much benefit.
What you have to do is kind of pull your body back as you drop out of the plane, so that you don't just plummet to the earth fast. And he jumps out of the plane with his instructor on the back.
You jumped out first.
I jumped out first. He comes out third, I think. And my parachute goes. I look up at the plane, and Lloyd and his instructor are just plummeting like head first down to the planet. And afterwards, he's telling me that he was like doing it intentionally, like leaning forward so that he could get as much speed as he could.
Like Grand Theft Auto.
First. Yes. That's not something you do first time jumping out of a plane.
And like he's a little bit bigger than me, so he would have been going fucking quick.
And what's the instructor doing?
Apparently freaking out, like hitting him like, stop. So he jumped out third but landed first because he just went down so quick, and it was horrifying to watch. I was like, oh, there goes my brother.
Just literally falling out of your life.
Man, that poor instructor.
That must happen a lot. I think that's so terrifying that a lot of the safety measures for the instructor is kind of reliant on the person being well behaved.
Yeah,
like the person could kill the instructor, right? Or could not.
Lloyd gave it a crack.
Yeah.
Is it possible for the instructor to disconnect?
No.
Just saying.
Oh, you're just tied together.
That would be awful.
But, just in case.
Oh, like an emergency disconnect. Maybe it is possible, but they don't tell you that. They go, if you really misbehave, you'll see what happens. And the last thing you see is a parachute going off, and then you just distancing yourself from the instructor.
Yeah, that'd be fair enough, right?
I think so. You get 3-stroke policy.
You also fall at like 220 kilometers an hour.
Wow.
So it's pretty like, by Lloyd doing that.
He must be going like 250.
He could have really like fucking killed himself.
Are you answering FaceTime calls on the fucking podcast? Is that where we're at? Hang up right now.
Who is that?
Hang up that phone right now.
Who was it?
That's not acceptable behavior. We're doing a show for these people, and you're answering fucking FaceTime calls from Radio Mike, who doesn't even work here anymore, and Ebony, who hasn't worked with us for even longer.
But you have to. Whenever that one calls, you got to answer it. Yeah, so it's this group chat we have. It's called
definitely one of the worst.
Called the
worst shit memes.
Is it Sukerman or Suckerman?
I don't know.
Suckerman fan club. It's like a Digimon or something.
Sukermon.
Because
Radio Mike started pestering us, everyone, months ago, asking what their favorite Digimon was. from the original generation.
This was years ago.
Years ago. I went back, well, that's months. Many months, over 24 months. I went through and I found a Digimon that was in one episode for like 15 seconds that was shaped like a poo. And it's called Sukamon. And I go, oh, my favorite is Sukamon. He goes, I haven't heard of that one. He looks it up. He goes, no, that's a poo Digimon. What's your actual favorite? And I just wouldn't tell him.
Anyway, the point is,
it's War Greymon.
It calls this Facebook Messenger chat and everyone picks up and you just don't say anything. And that's what I was saying. It wasn't disruptive until you...
That's all that it was.
You made it disruptive.
And
I was just going to simply take a call with my friends,
Yeah.
keep doing the episode. It wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
And now you've made a whole thing of it.
And it's turned into something that no matter what you're doing at the time, you just answer and say nothing for a really long time and then hang up. And that's been going for 2 years.
Yeah, it happened during lockdown a lot. Sometimes we'd just be like, one time Mark and I did it for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Just on a FaceTime call to each other, didn't say a word.
I think it spawned from...
And then at the end, he was just like, all right, mate, good chat. And then hung up.
I think it spawned from lockdown because everyone wanted a bit of human connection, but no one had anything to say. Because we'd all been
We
home.
just stared at each other.
Yeah, that's
It was
great.
nice.
Kept us going.
War Greymon is the best Digimon, though. Good call.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now we need to address the last main channel video. So if you don't know, we do episodes every Tuesday, and then on the Thursday now we do main channel videos on the Luke and Lewis channel. So if you're an audio listener, go check those out. There's like 3 or 4 up already.
Yeah, they're bangers. We got some really good ones coming.
Last week's one we did like a best friends challenge, and which is where we were like trying to get like try to guess things about each other.
Yeah,
like what's each other's favorite TV show, blah blah blah. See if we knew a lot about the other person.
Yeah.
For some reason, we mentioned as a joke.
Yeah.
We thought that we had this one day. Well, we
I
had
don't
this
even
massive
remember
fight.
what we said. Yeah.
I forget how it came up, but it was like we joked saying like, "Oh yeah, obviously one day we had a massive punch on, but we don't speak about that." Sound off who won.
All the comments took it as real.
We were like, and then a few people in the Patreon were like, "Oh yeah, I think I remember you guys saying about the big punch on you had once. I think it was you guys."
Guys, we've never punched
punched on. We just want to clear that up.
Because he's too scared.
Yeah.
Why would we do? If we had punched on, do you think we would still have a show? Like we've never done that. I feel like I don't think I could do a show with a guy that I've like punched in the face.
But also, what was strange was a lot of people definitely hypothetically and jokingly sounding off, going, "I think Thingo would win, Luke would win, Lewis would win, blah blah blah." Few people going, "Oh my god, like it's so cool how you guys have like overcome that and just keep going." Like we just wanted to clarify that. That's all. That was just one of the things we wanted to touch on. We have not. I'm sorry to disappoint. Who do you guys think would win though?
I think Luke would win.
I think so. A lot of people are saying me, and I actually think they're wrong. Yeah.
Hey man, Lewis was lifting heavy. He'd win.
He's got a lot of reach.
I've seen Lewis angry like 3 times, and he gets angry.
Although you could topple him, like like when you're in primary school and you bend down behind someone, then someone else pushes them over.
Yeah,
I reckon you could just trip you up. And
so if you had someone who would get into a ball, you could win.
I need a prop. To beat you or another person.
Mate, I reckon you get within a certain vicinity of Lewis's pants, you'll be knocked out from the fumes. Cause
We need to discuss this.
What do you mean? My secret weapon?
No, not secret weapon. Lewis, I think it's well known on the show, if you're a regular listener, doesn't wash his jeans.
No, because why would you?
Well, it's getting to the point now where you walked in today and Tyler greeted you and said, "Hey, cum pants, how you going?"
Yeah, and I'm going great. How are you?
Well, we're frustrated
Yeah.
having to smell your jeans.
Well, don't get so close. That's what I would say.
I would
That's what I would say to you. I would say that the way that you start your day is a bit strange and probably not good by HR standards. If you're sniffing my jeans every morning.
I'm not sniffing them. It's hard to not cop a waft.
They're wafting.
It's also just the sight of the stains on the back.
Look, okay, I'll say this. I should probably wash them now. It's been a long time since I bought them. I definitely bought them last year.
Man, wait, you haven't washed them since you bought them?
But you don't even like sponge. But you don't even like sponge the stains off.
Oh, I do that.
Well, not enough.
But the ones on the back just won't come out.
Can I say why I called him cum pants today? Because I remember.
How about this? How about I just show you?
Can we get a look?
I like that he keeps
visual on the
kind
cum
of.
pants? He's too proud of him.
Is it?
It's on the right cheek.
And stop.
Look at that. It's shiny, man.
Yeah, but that's that's after I've tried wiping. So that's actually better than what it was.
That is Law and Order SVU, man.
Yeah.
I have no idea where that came from, so Tyler might be onto something. Dun
Yeah.
dun.
Man, I remember one of the first episodes here, I noticed that in his pants, and in the most friendly way I could, I was like, hey, Lewis, you got a stain in your pants? He goes, yeah, I haven't washed them in a while. And I went, fair enough. Then, on Friday night...
The way he's so confident about it as well.
Then on Saturday night at his trial show, at the trial show for you guys, Lewis is walking on stage and he goes, hey, man, just let me know if the angle's on me with the camera. And the lights illuminated.
It was a trial show.
Man, the
I'll
cum
watch
stain
it
was
before
glowing.
the comedy festival. In a
Glowing
month.
on stage, man. Anytime you turn around, all I could see was the cum on the pants.
Yeah.
It adds to the mystique of my character. Who's this guy? What is he like on the inside? What's down on his pants?
It's crazy how constantly confident you are with being like outwardly a grub.
Yeah. That is pretty crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
Because most people would be pretty insecure. Like, you have the opportunity tonight to go home, wash these, and then next week come in with clean jeans. I know that's not going to happen.
Oh, I can't. I've got Devour.
What?
Devour these nuts.
No, thank you. Because they're literally chocked full of cum.
What's proper jean washing etiquette? Like, how long are you supposed to give between?
I think you don't wash them until you've got cum on them.
But then even still, you don't wash them. So.
Man, I'm breaking the rules. I'm a bad boy. Yeah. I do need to wash them. It is fucked.
They're so white. You look like a zebra.
Yeah, that's why I kind of want some white jeans. So I'm hoping if I just don't wash them,
they're patchy.
I'll buy some black jeans and then I'll.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Have you heard that? I don't know if you've heard this. I'm not sure how long it's been out for, but I've recently found out you can see your ratings on Uber now, like how many 1 stars you've got over the course of time. Now, I stole your phone.
Yeah.
Before we started the show, and looked up yours. I've already looked at mine.
Yeah,
I've got a few 1 stars.
I would wager that the most embarrassing thing about my Uber account is not how many 1 star I have, but how many rides I've taken.
Yes, that was shocking.
Can you see that?
You've taken 6 times the amount of rides on Uber than I have.
How many rides is that?
It is over 600. I've taken about 100.
A lot of rides.
And most of those have just been on tour or something like that.
Yeah.
Clearly you're doing it in your personal life. And you don't leave the house that much.
No.
So it means every time, that means Lewis has left the house 600 times in the last 5 years.
That's pretty good for me.
Yeah. That's crazy. So I looked it up. Now, how many 1 stars do you think you have?
600.
And by the way, I think 2 of the 3 that I had 3 1-star trips. I reckon 2 of them, one of them you guys were in the car. And I think I remember it. Yeah. And 2 of them, one was when I vomited. That's fair.
That's a 1, yeah.
And the other one, I was pretty fuck-eyed too.
What happened when we were in the car?
There was one interstate, and I forget where we were, where I remember thinking in the car, this is going to be a 1. Because I had to sit in the front, and you guys were in the back talking about something heinous. Like, Lewis and Keehlan were just, like, talking about something so horrible, and the guy was, like, horrified. And also, you know what I always wonder? You know that one on the Gold Coast? Where you guys were, like, telling we were convincing the guy that we were from Cooper Pedy? I always wonder what that rating was.
Yeah, we told the guy we were from Cooper Pedy, which, if you're outside of Australia, is a town where people live underground.
It's so hot. It's in the middle of the desert in Australia.
And we were just pretending that it was the first time we'd ever seen buildings.
Yeah, and then when we drove past the KFC, the 3 of us collectively were like, whoa.
Well, you guys have KFC here? And like, yeah, we've got heaps. Don't you have any? Like,
and then the guy, it was on the Gold Coast because the guy started giving us like Dreamworld pamphlets.
Yeah.
And like SeaWorld. He's like, we have theme parks. We're like, you have what? And he's like, roller coasters.
And he was so nice.
And he goes, we're actually known for that. And I was like, what? We thought we were just here for the beach, man. This is great.
Yeah, he probably thought we were not only living in Cooper Pedy, but we're also in a cult.
Yeah. So I looked at Lewis's. So here's mine, by the way.
Surely I've got at least 61s.
That's mine. Pretty good. Well, my rating is a 4.73. No, 7.6. Yeah. Sorry, that's your rating. which I'm horrified
Oh,
about.
my rating's 4.76.
No, 7.3.
7.3.
It's only a tiny bit lower than mine.
That's the power of never fucking talking to them ever when you're in the car.
That's a higher rating than mine.
Well, yeah, obviously everyone would have a higher. Your rating is probably as low as it gets before you get banned. What's yours?
No, I spoke to Darren Levy about it.
Yeah.
It is.
Really?
And mine is just above where they stop accepting your ride.
4.7 they stop.
Yeah, and mine's 4.67.
Yeah.
And
I've heard that from a few people. Like, I will not pick anyone up under a 4.7.
And you're under that, Keehlan.
Yeah, 4.67. I've had.
So do you ever struggle getting rides?
No, never. 3 1-star rides.
I also
Only
had
3
one
ones.
stars.
Yeah.
How many rides have you taken though? Clearly less than me.
I think like 100. I think like 150. Actually, I have a look.
How many? I feel like
that
though,
means you must have a lot of 2 and 3 stars.
Yeah, that's
Because
what I mean.
I really didn't have any in the middle.
I don't
either.
think one means much because I think it's only if you do something crazy like vomit in a car
Yeah,
or
and
have a
that's fair.
conversation with Keehlan. Like how many 2s and 3s are you getting?
I weirdly got a lot of 4s, which means they just don't like me.
Yeah.
Like, you don't
I
have
would
many
never,
4s.
I would never give a 4.
I have 10 4-star.
I don't have any
reviews.
4s.
But what do you reckon I missed? And now if you're an Uber driver and you listen to this, can you let us know what
Yeah, what are you missing?
what am I not doing? Is it like, did I say something fucked up but I was nice?
You know what they love? You know what they love? You want to impress an Uber driver? When you open the door, you go, Uber for Lewis?
They like that.
And then they go, yeah, now I know a stranger's not getting into my car.
Okay.
I've taken 144 trips, and I've ordered Uber Eats 92 times.
That's shocking. And about 80 of them are in Hobart.
Yes. I've got 7 3-stars.
7 3-stars.
that's a lot.
How many do you have?
3 stars.
Yeah. Because I feel like the 3
4.
stars is
4
really...
4 3 stars, 2 2 stars.
What about me?
Now, I'll take your guess, boys. How many 1 stars do you reckon Lewis has?
5.
60.
16.
Ooh.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of ones.
Yeah.
That's
What?
heaps.
16.
16 ones.
He does catch it a lot more, but still.
That's a lot of one. Where am I getting them from? I wish they had like Airbnb. They wrote why.
Yeah, because your Airbnb reviews were like, oh, smashed.
Really funny.
Smashed my vase,
Yeah.
left a fern in the fridge. It was
Yeah.
one of them.
Rearranged
one of
the
them,
furniture.
Luke and Lewis were great guests. However, they left spaghetti on the roof.
Yeah. Which we did. That's
and that was
true.
on purpose for a video.
Yeah. And it was funny.
The joke being, how funny would it be if we flicked up our spaghetti on the roof?
And you can see that online to see how funny it was.
It was pretty
Very.
funny. 16, and then you have a lot of 3 stars. You got 17 3 stars.
That is definitely like the 0. That's when you get a chatty driver, and I give him nothing.
Yeah,
Those 3s were like, well, I can't give him a bad review, but he wasn't very talkative.
it's pretty crazy. How I don't know. It shocked me that you had 16, but it also didn't, because I've seen you in an Uber, and you are not only keep to yourself, but I reckon half the time it's just when we catch one.
It has to be. It would absolutely have to be on tour with Keehlan, just talking about something fucked in the back, or like lying to them about living somewhere we don't.
Yeah. Oh, can we say this one? No, we can't. Well, I think we can, because it was.
Patreon?
No, I think Keehlan can choose to cut it out if we want to.
What
but
are you going to... Man,
in
I love
Perth-
that I don't know what you're going to say.
I'm not sure if we actually spoke about this. You know, before we did that drunk episode, when we came back from the pub,
Yeah.
when we were coming back, Keehlan, and now he was very innocently quoting a scene from Ice Age 2 or 3.
Not this one.
Right? Sid the
Fire
Sloth.
King.
There's a scene where Sid the Sloth, as the Fire King, goes bing bong, bing, bing bong, bing bong, bong, bing.
It's a song. Bing, 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 bong, bing, bing, bing.
We
bing,
step
bing,
in an Uber,
Yeah.
and there's an Asian person driving. Keehlan steps in and goes, "Hey mate, bing bong, bing bing bong, bing bong bong, bing bong 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 bong." And Meg and I are just sitting there going, "Oh my god, shut up!"
Hang on. I thought that he was singing it as he got into the car. He said, hey, mate. Bing, bing,
He
bong.
like addressed the guy,
That's so much worse.
and then look, he was, and he didn't even know, because I don't think he even looked at the driver. To be fair to Keehlan, it was definitely
That's so fucking good.
no like
Oh, man.
it wasn't on purpose.
I remember then you like looking at me in the car going, what was that? Like, what was that for? Like, you were really angry.
I gave him like a massive greasy. And then Keehlan looked at me like, what? Like, I'm singing an Ice Age song.
Oh, so you didn't know that it was a song?
No.
You and the driver thought he was just being racist?
Yes. Meg and I couldn't believe it. I was like, holy shit.
This is very out of Keelan's character.
Yeah. I was like, Jesus Christ, mate. I get it. We're in Perth, but chill out, you know? God.
That's terrible. Poor guy. Now that driver's like driving around all the time just with that memory in his head of when some guy was aggressively racist to him, and he'll never know that was actually an Ice Age quote.
Yeah, so that was probably explained one of our 1 stars. I'm not sure whose Uber it was on. Probably mine. I think that explains
That's yours,
one of
not mine. Yeah. All right. Well, we got to the bottom of that. That's good. The Queen has COVID.
Yeah, I heard this.
I'm stressed.
You got to write a new bit.
I'm under the pump. I don't know what to say. She's like a sweet old lady.
I don't know why you feel the need to do it.
Yeah.
Inherently
Well,
not a sweet old
she
lady.
comes across as a sweet old lady, but
Hey, mate,
in
so did
reality,
Hitler.
she's helping pay for Prince Andrew's lawsuits.
Yeah, why do you feel the pressure to back up the Prince Philip bit?
Only because everyone wants me to. Every time she's in the news for any type of illness or hospital trip, DMs flooded.
Right, but like that's the thing. People, it's kind of like when everyone goes, "Oh, you should use that, you bloody skit," right? You get that a lot. Like, "Oh, mate, there's bloody heaps of material in this," and it's like nothing. Like people will like spill a drink and be like, "Oh, don't put me in your act," and it's like, all right. It feels like that to me. Like when people go to you, people say it to you in public a lot, like, "Mate, Lizzie's gonna die. You got to bloody roast her." Like I feel like they're the type of they're the same people that when you roast her, they'll be like, "Geez, that was pretty fucked up, man."
Yeah, I think that's
You know
what I think. Yeah,
like
yeah.
unless you can write a really strong bit about it, like I wouldn't do it just for the sake of it.
No, because I did sit down and try and write something, and I don't know. I didn't really have my all I came up with was like she looks like a handbag with cotton balls for hair. That's all that I really had.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good, but that's kind of it.
Yeah,
so
it's hard to
stay
make
tuned for that.
fun of like an old because like it was easy to make fun of Prince Philip dying, right?
Yeah.
But like she's relatively stayed scandal free her entire
I
reign.
think the thing is too, like the thing is with the Queen, right? When you start getting into the nitty gritties of why she's bad, it's just sad more than it is anything else, you know.
Because
And also,
it's
it's not exactly. It's not like
not
she's
her.
done
No,
that. It's
it's-
just the whole history of the family and
It's
what
the
other people have done.
ancient setup of like a monarchy and
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
that. That's
she's
just
born
sad.
into like insane wealth
and
and
the
power.
consistent wealth disparity in a first world nation is just.
She seems like honestly comes across as a bit of a prisoner. Whoever's like the king or the queen, I wouldn't want to do that job.
That's why I think Harry's like a king.
Legend, yeah.
Compared
well,
to
he's
them.
not.
Well, no. But he's my king, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah, I
he
think so.
seems like the only one who's like, yeah, I love when that interview when he was in the army and he's being interviewed and then the alarm starts going off for them
Yeah.
to like leave base.
Yes.
And he just pulls out the lapel and runs off.
Yes.
Without saying a word.
Really good
That's
stuff.
great. Just,
Although
yeah.
No, that's William.
No, Harry did that. 'Cause
that was
Harry was
Harry.
in the army.
Harry was the one in the army.
I, don't
They
think
were
that
in
was,
the army.
I think that was just a normal soldier. I'm pretty certain. I think that was the king.
No,
That was Harry.
that was definitely Harry.
But Harry did wear the Hitler.
Yeah, it's
outfit.
great.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
That's,
that's,
not
why
great.
Keehlan
I
liked
said
him.
that's great at the bad time.
Yeah.
I was already had it locked and loaded.
Nah, Harry and Meghan lost me very recently when they came out and they spoke out against Joe Rogan. They made a big anti-Joe Rogan statement
What did
saying
they say?
he's spreading misinformation and this is dangerous. And I read that and I was like, isn't your uncle fucking kids?
Yeah.
Didn't your uncle just fuck kids and just settle the lawsuit? How about you speak out against Uncle Andrew?
Yeah.
Huh? Why don't you give Unky Andrew a call
I don't know
instead of
why
worrying about a podcast?
people are coming. We haven't spoken about the Joe Rogan thing. I have no thoughts. I just, other than, my only thought is, like, it's so boring. It's such a repetitive story. I feel like this was happening 3 years ago.
I think the
Joe Rogan said something, yes, he records himself for 3 hours a week. Get over it.
I
He
think
also
that
lives
the
in
media
Texas.
doesn't like the competition, and especially with an election coming up, they want to take him out. I also
Just
think
don't listen, right?
Yeah, don't listen. Yeah, I think that also I people are like, oh, he doesn't know anything about science. He shouldn't be talking about it. I would almost argue that a guy who doesn't know anything about science is the best person to discuss science with someone who does, because it makes it digestible for the average person.
And then you can also ask really basic questions.
Simple questions. And it's like when two scientists are talking to each other and he goes, oh, because of this theory. The scientist goes, oh, yes, and that relates to that theory. And the average person goes, what the fuck did they just say?
Right.
Whereas when a scientist goes, oh, in-depth statistic, and Joe's normal brain goes, what the fuck did you just say? That's what I want. That's the question I want asked is like, wait, stop, say that again.
And I think I watched what he said to address it. And what he said was great, where he's like, yeah, the one thing I will definitely try and do is if I have two opposing opinions on my show, don't have them on 6 months apart, try and get them on 1 week after the other.
I think that's
so
great.
I can deliver two perspectives at the same time. Because what is weird, and I think the actual problem with it is how influential clearly his listenership is, where if they hear someone say an opinion or like a doctor have a theory, then they take that as a fact. That is scary, but that's not Joe's fault.
I don't think so. No, I don't think that's
I don't think it's up to his responsibility to like say like this is not all fact and could be wrong.
I mean, you think about all the dumb shit that we say. Like,
that's all fact.
It is all facts. Yeah, and that's why we should have more listeners than Joe. Was the point I was trying to make. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that it's kind of silly. I want to hear the other side. That is what science is here's what I think. I reckon I've proved it. Now prove me wrong. And I want to see all of the other scientists try and prove the main theory wrong, because that's what science is. It seems like a bit weird that now all of a sudden science is a little bit scared of debate, I guess.
People just have been throwing around the term misinformation like so willy-nilly, like to the point where you can't even have a discussion about an opposing view.
Yeah, like obviously if he gets scientists with opposing views, one of those guys is going to be wrong. But putting out the wrong guy's point of view, I don't think is a bad thing. And I remember if you do the thing which he's going to start doing, which is have the opposing view that proves them wrong.
There was also heaps of examples during the pandemic where information changed, and what was originally considered misinformation then was actual information and fact and correct.
Lab leak was a crazy conspiracy theory that could get you banned from Facebook. Now it's what the government thinks. It's like, oh yeah, it probably was a lab leak.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. That's my only opinion on it.
Yeah,
I just think it's
I think discussion should be fine. That's Anyway, guys.
I'm bored.
Speaking of misinformation,
not you, man. You did great, and I was fine too. But that's
what's wrong? You all right?
Yeah, just the news.
Well, hey man,
keeping up to date.
You're over it?
Dude, we went from Queen to Joe.
Yeah,
that's like 2 to 3 news articles we just went through.
It's a brand new month, and you know what that means? Well, it's not really a brand new month, but you know what? There's new copy from our sponsor.
22nd of February.
Okay, look, it's the 22nd of February, and you know what that means? Yeah. New copy from Manscaped, because they're launching new products. Can I get a round of applause, everyone? Woo! Today, I'm excited to announce Manscaped TM launched their Ultra Premium R Collection. Believe it or not, it's for your not-so-private parts.
Wow.
I'm talking about a leveled-up hygiene routine with your favorite manly scent. This is an all-in-one skin and hair care kit for the everyday man and covers you from head to toe. Literally, Manscaped is...
This is so natural.
It's really good. Manscaped is trusted below the waist. Now trust them with the rest. Join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping with is it a custom link?
A custom link.
Manscaped.com/soundoff for 20% off and free shipping. Do not read. Hosts to talk about how Manscaped has helped your confidence or the importance of finding a grooming routine. Go on.
That was straight off the dome from Mr. Spears. You heard it here first. It's helped me because now I have smooth nuts.
Yes.
Nice.
Great.
I shaved my thigh yesterday.
How was? Smooth?
My right thigh. And then when I went to the gym, I felt like I fit in.
Because a bunch of boys manscaped at the gym.
Their legs, yeah.
Huge news. As we all know, I moved ages ago. Just started unpacking. I found a whole new Lawnmower 4.0 kit in my house.
Oh, shit.
So I am, after months of complaining about not being trimmed, very nice. Very schmick.
I'm thinking of shaving my legs for fun.
Really?
Will I cop judgment from this group?
Absolutely not, as long as you use the Lawnmower 4.0.
I shaved my legs for fun.
Because it does look really fun. Because I did it to my arms, and then I was like, no, I can't do it. Like
just your arms.
That's more weird. I just it's going back now, but like I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I just was so fun. I was like, and then I started doing it. I was like, oh shit, I have to do the other one.
Well,
Otherwise
you know
it's gonna
what?
look weird.
As long as you use the custom link manscaped.com/sound off for 20% off and free shipping, I'll allow it.
But it's not good though, because I think if you all right, this ad's going for too long. Get Manscaped.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that off it. Oh my God, I want the freshest underwear in the game that's funky fresh. I already said that, but the best underwear, but I don't want to leave the house. I want it straight to my doorstep for a cheap, affordable price. What do I do?
Nobby.com.au.
Oh, thank God.
Look how fresh that is.
Hang on, but
Straight
what
out
about
of
about-
the eco-friendly packaging?
What about, Lewis?
Power in your pants.
Hypothetical. I'll throw one at you.
Uh-huh.
You ready?
Okay.
I don't want to pay full price for my first order.
Well, mate, you can get $5 off your first order by using
How?
code SOUNDOFF.
Is that
Easy.
it?
Look at this.
Just use
Oh,
our
this
code
is
sound
cool.
off. Wait, is that because I listen to this podcast? Jeez,
like
Luke
that.
and Lewis are great guys, huh?
They really are. Look at that.
Oh, yeah, those ones are so cool.
Those are cool. All right, what
I think
do
I'm
have
wearing
in
them
here?
right now.
Really?
Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm wearing
See,
my,
that's the fun of Nobby underwear. Once you have so many pairs, you're like, what am I wearing today? I forget.
I'm wearing like pink King Goblin.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Nobby.com.au. Use code SOUNDOFF for $5
You got the
off your
Summery
first pair.
Beach one?
Yeah.
They're
And
dope.
they do women's as well. Check this one out. Oh, what's this? Some kind of dragon rose thing?
Skeletons, man.
Snakes? Skeletons? Man, my balls are going to look tough as.
Yeah.
That's great. Thanks, Nobby.
Feel
I'm
the
gonna be
power
wearing
in your
them.
pants. All right, go to nobby.com.au, use our code SOUNDOFF, get $5 off your first pair. And thanks to Nobby for supporting the podcast. Support the brands that support the show. Back to you, Luke and Lewis.
How about this for misinformation?
Yeah.
I'm on the project.
Now that was good, because
Yeah.
that's fake news and I'm around that.
Yeah, I did the Phone Hacks podcast, which is a podcast from two friends of ours, Mike Goldstein and Nick Kappa. And I just want to say this, like, I really mean this. I fucking hate their show. I love their show, but I fucking hate doing it because the concept of the show is you go on, it's a podcast, and it's exactly what it sounds like. They take your phone and they go through it. They look at images on your phone. They look at drafted tweets. And then at the end, they get you to post something.
It's terrifying.
It's horrible. I hate doing it. I love listening to it. I love seeing other comedians fall victim to it. And then it becomes your turn. And you're like, well, if I don't do it, then I'm a coward. So I did it. And they gave me two options. And I think the episode will be out
Your
soon.
one was good in the sense that the post performed really well for you.
Yeah.
And most people thought you were joking anyway.
Yes.
Some people definitely thought it was real.
Well, my two options were post the project post, which was a really well Photoshop announcement thing of me hosting the project and being excited for it. But my other option they gave me was I needed to post like some crazy anti-vax stuff. And I was like, oh, that's arguably funnier, but I didn't want to get my account nuked.
Yeah.
Because you post that and then Facebook's like, all right, well, disinformation, you're not getting any of your posts seen now.
Yeah.
So I posted the project one, and what was so funny to me was most people knew that I was joking because they were like, he would never agree. If I was offered that job, I just wouldn't take it. You know?
My favorite comment was from one of our, he's a comedian, he's a good friend of ours, Brett Blake. He just goes, as if they'd ever hire anyone with a neck beard, mate, shave. Just that was his reason.
And I have since read that. I was like, you know what, that's a good point. Maybe I should shave. But dude, I got so many, particularly on Facebook, which says a lot about the user base there, so many people that reached out with like really honest, heartfelt messages of like, man, I am so disappointed in you. I can't believe that you've turned your back on everything you stood for and now you're on the project. People like tagging friendly Geordies, like, go get him, Jordan. Like Jordan would see that and believe it.
Yeah.
But the worst part of it was, so my fans like mostly knew it was a joke, and then when I revealed it to be a joke, they were like stoked. Like, oh, that's
the
funny.
Photoshop was good,
It wasn't perfect.
but it wasn't TV quality.
No.
Which is crazy that people kind of see that. It's almost a huge diss on Channel 10, thinking like that'd be a reasonable promo image to put out if they did announce a new cast member.
So, but the biggest victim of this phone hack was my mum, who got flooded with texts from all of her friends who kind of keep an eye on what I do. And obviously I didn't tell her about this. It was just a podcast that I was on. So she starts getting texts from clients, because she's a hairdresser, friends, family,
congratulating her?
going, you must be so proud. Congratulations. That's amazing. I'm going to tune in tomorrow.
We're the only demographic that watches the show.
Yeah, exactly. And then people are texting mum, and mum calls me and she goes, what are you doing? Are you on the project? Because she hadn't even seen my post. So she just finds out through all of her friends going, well done. You must be so proud. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not. And she goes, oh, now I got to tell everyone that you're not. And now when you do something
so
cool, they
rude.
won't believe you.
Yeah.
Which is really great. Poor
That'll
mum.
never happen, so that's fine.
And this was just after. Hey, man. This was just after my cousins messaged me this really nice message telling me to keep my head up after getting harassed by a fan.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
My cousin sent me a lovely message going, I just watched that video of that dickhead harassing you. You did the right thing.
He's never going to believe anything
and I had to
you
go,
do.
I'm so sorry.
And then you had to do it again. Twice in a row. Hey, man, nothing I post is ever real.
I said to my cousin, I said, just don't believe anything I do unless I've posted it for 2 weeks in a row.
I started getting heaps of DMs, and people I think people in my Discord as well. A lot of people going, yeah, it's clearly fake, but a few people going, hey, man, I'm unsure. Can you clarify? And I was like, no, man, I'm super stoked for him. I was like, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna tell them.
Yeah, good.
And then when you posted the Infowars one, a lot of people then the same people were like, oh, never mind. The project one was a joke. He's actually on this lesser known show. That makes a lot more sense.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so they were like-
Infowars makes sense for me?
No, because I don't think they knew what it was.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. I would say that,
So
that
they were
Infowars is much more well known.
So they were thinking
is anyone else thinking that Sandy Hook looks a bit sus?
yeah. That's the thing. They were like, I don't know this show, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then when you posted Bi-Monthly Bull, there's this one thread of this one guy who sent me all three, and I just ignored all three. And then at the end, he goes, never mind, I'm a fucking idiot. But I really don't know why people go to me for clarification on your antics a lot. As if I'm ever going to tell them the right thing.
Yeah, if I'm fucking with people, Luke usually knows about it during. He's not going to tell you.
I didn't even know. I just saw it on my feed and I was like, lol. And I forgot that you even went on Phone Hacks. I just thought you were like, this will be funny.
Yeah.
And then I saw someone's comments, Gavin, one of our comedian friends, going, just Phone Hacks. And I was like, oh yeah, of course, he went on that podcast.
Yeah.
But I saw you say, I'm going to be in the project. And I was like, and I just kept scrolling. I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah, I think a reason why maybe a lot of people believed it more so than probably would have is because I actually went on SBS a couple weeks ago. So I did all these stories from an actual real TV set.
Right.
So maybe people forgot SBS and then we're like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
That's true. Yeah, and you're for real posting that you're going to be on TV a week ago.
Yeah,
that
okay.
is,
I can see now. I can
maybe
see
it's
how
not a very good one.
Yeah, maybe that's very confusing, and I'm not sorry.
See that I was jealous of you though, that was yours. In the past, my two were awful.
Yeah,
my one just was sad. One of them was, I don't know. I kind of regret doing this one. I was they were post something like, "Hey, I'm just going through a hard time at the moment, but going to the farmers markets with my girlfriend really helps. I appreciate all the people reaching out during this tough time. Blah blah blah." Anyway, it was heavily implied that I had mental health issues. Then people started DMing me going, man, it's so cool to see you speak out about this. I'm going through the same thing. And then I have to be like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's from this podcast.
Your mental health issues are actually a joke to me.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
That was actually a punchline of the podcast that I went on.
That's so rough.
And then the next one, I went on their podcast again.
This is why I was dreading it.
And then the next one was like, hey guys, I may be a big YouTube star and all, but work's kind of tough at the moment. Has anyone got any part-time or casual positions going, whether it's laboring, anything? And I had people message me offering me the shittest jobs, going man, I can give you an apple picking job, laboring on the weekend. It's all good, brother. I've got you. And then I had to be like, oh no, sorry man, it was a joke. I'd never fucking do that.
For that one was sucked because so many people messaged me asking me, a few people were like, oh, hey, Lewis, Luke's doing it tough right now. He's probably too proud to ask for a loan, but I wonder if you could help him out. Because I guess they would have assumed that if you were doing it tough, maybe I would help you out,
Right,
or
but
you would help me out.
Like as if I go to social media. Like I don't think
Yeah.
I'd ever turn to social media if that was the case.
No.
But again, it's so brutal in the sense that you have to just reply to and I had to take that one down after like 45 minutes because I got about 50 messages, and it shows how lovely some of our fan base is.
Yeah.
Like just immediately going, mate, I can help you out. And that was what was so brutal about it. I had like 50 lovely people, and I had to be like, I'm so sorry. I'm not interested in your work.
So thank you, but we're probably lying.
It's a brutal podcast. Get on it.
What I like doing about that podcast is leaving a hack there for a future guest. I like drop them in and they go, oh yeah, we'll use that on whoever's next or whatever. I found like a screenshot of a bank deposit for like $5,600, and I want a comedian to post that on their story or on a feed post and just caption it corporates and then money bags.
Oh, that's so brutal.
Just bragging about making a lot of money.
I would be mortified if they made me post that, actually. I would rather post all the other shit.
Just real, like, obnoxiously arrogant bragging about money.
What's
corporates.
brutal is, like, man, they were like, Mike Goldstein once, I forget what it was, like, made Kappa comment on, like...
Well, that's the thing. They do it every episode for themselves. So their whole life is fucked. They do it every week.
He's commenting on, like, his cousin's bikini pic from, like, 2008 on Facebook, going, like, hey... whatever, like we should catch up soon, looking good here. Just like just stuff that makes you squirm listening to it, and they screenshot it, and then like they'll get messages from other family like, hey, why are you commenting on
Because it's the same shit of like when I announce I'm on the project, all of Mum's clients congratulate her, but if I left a creepy comment on one of my cousins' thing, the whole family would be talking about it without you.
It's so brutal. And I love the commitment just for like a podcast bit.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
I did talk to them. We need to do it. We're going to do a joint episode.
Yeah, we should do a crossover app.
Yeah. In a few weeks, we'll do a crossover episode. So suggest phone hacks. Send an email to lukeandlewis5@gmail.com. Suggest some phone hacks.
Honestly, like the ones where you like, the base level ones aren't that funny anymore. Like, message someone something fucked up or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, the ones where like that, like the creative ones where it's super cringy to post, like, this is how much money I made for a gig.
But it could be real.
Yeah, those are the best ones where like, I was also, the one that Kappa was once considering for me was like getting an ultrasound.
Yeah, that's
and
good.
Like, it was when I kind of publicized my relationship with Meg. And I had to like...
And it would have been way too early.
Yeah, way too early. Being like, oh my God, things have happened so quickly, but blah, blah, blah. And just like with a love heart.
Yeah.
And I was like, no fucking way. Because all her family follows me.
That would have been a disaster.
Meg's going to get inundated.
Yeah.
Man, I remember Tyler called me after the mental health one. It was like so lovely. My brother called me. Tyler called me going, hey man, are you all good? And I was like, I'm so sorry, dude. This is for some stupid podcast. And you were like, oh, cool. I'll never care about you ever again.
I completely remember doing that.
Yeah.
So thanks for bringing that up.
Which was so lovely.
I have no recollection of doing that whatsoever.
You called me about after I got in the car leaving the podcast.
Really?
Yeah, you called me within like 20 minutes of me posting
I'm such a good mate. Oh my God, I'm so good. That's awesome.
Now, Lewis went out with you weren't invited again. Went out with the former guest of the year.
Again? When did this happen?
After the trial show. You just left.
Oh, I left. Yeah, that's right.
You didn't invite me. I was hanging around.
No, you were gone, I think.
I was with you.
Yeah, you left. You went with Lewis.
Yeah.
On Friday.
Oh, on Friday I was with Uncle Whitey, yeah.
Yep. You guys all left.
Yeah.
Ruben, Meg, and I went out and got some food, Meg, after the trial show.
Yeah.
Which trial shows are great, by the way. Thanks to everyone who came out.
Yes, both Luke, Ruben, and my shows are gonna be fucking awesome because we now know the bits that won't make it to the show.
And Luke Lewis and Friends is tonight. If you're listening to this during the day for whatever reason, get yourself a ticket.
LukeandLewis.shop.
And so anyway, we go out for kebabs, and I've had a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
So I just get a water. Right,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I don't want to keep drinking, whatever. I'll just get a water, eat my chips, whatever, and plastic bottle. Now, you know Reuben, we all know Reuben is the cheapest man alive.
Yeah, world's cheapest man. Yeah.
Like, that's kind of his thing.
Yeah.
Like, obviously,
Never seen him spend $1.
his biggest asset is the Lion's Head Gucci ring, which
Yeah.
was gifted to him on the show.
Yeah, by us. Big spenders.
And I have the water open on the table, cap off, because I'm consuming my meal and I'm planning to drink more of it.
No. No way.
Without asking me.
No.
Mid-conversation.
Gross.
He's talking.
Yuck.
We're making eye contact.
Rude.
Reaches across, takes a big gulp, puts it down like nothing's happened.
What?
Right? I just don't say anything because I'm like, this is incredible. I'm going to see how much he does it. He goes on to do it like 4 to 5 more times throughout the meal. Like it's his own water bottle.
Wow. That's confidence. I almost respect that. You know what? You're a bitch.
No, I was
He's
doing
drinking your water. You're doing nothing. You're a little bitch.
No, I was doing it because I was like, this is fascinating and I want to talk about this on the podcast. I immediately was like, well, this is big water.
Yeah.
As soon as he reached for it, I was like, there's no way. He's not doing it. And then Meg looks at me, looks at him, and then just goes, and just keeps eating. Neither of us said anything, just to see if he kept doing it. And I know that he didn't even think about it afterwards like anything happened.
Right.
It was so run of the mill. Like,
which must mean he does it to all his mates.
That's exactly what I thought.
He just doesn't pay for water.
Isn't that crazy?
He just drinks his friends' waters. That's nuts.
And fair enough if you're like, oh, mate, can I just have a drink? I'm super thirsty. I just want one gulp and that's all I need, right? He didn't ask. He just was like, oh, sorry. And he really like went out of his way. He's like, oh.
Man. During COVID, lips to bottle?
Yeah, was there a lip on bottle? He didn't
Man,
float it
gross.
above?
Backwash and all.
Yeah.
Was he eating too?
Probably got a bit of... What was he eating?
I don't know. Some vegan falafel chips. I don't know.
Yeah, well, some of that ended up in your water bottle.
I'm actually not sure what he got.
That's so cheap and so gross. I don't know whether it's more cheap or more gross.
It's a bit of both. Either way, it's just like so
What a
Reuben.
legend.
Yeah, that guy is unapologetically himself. Can't speak.
Good on him. What a legend.
Yep. Guys, I think we've reached the conclusion to the episode.
Yes.
It was a bit of fun.
Yeah.
It was not a waste of time, but
No.
if you felt that way, we wouldn't hate if you went to lukeandlewis.shop.
I would say, you know what? Now that you've said that, I would say this episode was a complete waste of time. And to celebrate, lukeandlewis.shop,
Yes.
get yourself a t-shirt and use code We Need These Gone. All one word.
Anyone in Frankston, I'll hand deliver and have a conversation.
Ooh.
Wow.
If you're home.
If you're home.
Anyone in Doreen? No worries.
Because then I'd have to bring you the shirt, then you'd have to... It would take...
Too much crossover.
It'd take ages.
You know. And I'm not going to promise that.
Right.
I would deliver it either.
Glad to hear it.
It'd be a waste of time.
I won't be delivering it. Yeah.
Massive waste of
So if you buy one, I won't be at your doorstep. That's a guarantee. So if you hate me, get on it. Because then we won't have to have interaction.
That's right. That's right. And if there are any more ticket issues, just please
No.
contact Meg directly.
No, she will. She's already got so mad at that. People DM her on Instagram and she just doesn't reply. I was like, you do not reply to them. She goes, oh, but
No,
I'm like,
don't help them.
I was like, you're too nice.
Yeah.
No way. They're
No.
morons.
No, don't help them.
Don't help them.
Yeah. Great. That's the end of the episode. Thank you very much. We'll see you tonight at Luke and Lewis and Friends. Luke, Lewis and Friends. No and. No, one and, not two and.
We should have wrapped this up 2 minutes ago.
Bye.
Goodbye.